Past experiences is why I made this song. And many of you out there know that I ain't wrong. Cause when you have money, you see them in a quantity. But when everything finish, see how quickly they just vanish. It's none of their business. So it's none of their business. So I asking myself now, who is my friend?
I am Karima Richards. Panas, you are about to watch Caribbean Inside TV. Enjoy.
Well, hello there.
You are watching Caribbean Inside TV, the engine room of culture.
The amount of money I used to wrap up in this thing in sometime. $15,000 will last me a week, less than a week. You know, a couple grand a day. That is the kind of shit I used to get. That is the kind of way I used to go. And when I look around, when that money done, nothing.
Welcome to Caribbean Inside TV, the home of our Caribbean culture and history. And we are at the home of Mr. Dennis William Franklin, aka the Merchant. And we are chatting with his wife, the curator of his musical empire, Ruthlyn Dixon Boxell. Thank you for having us over.
You all are welcome to my home.
Merchant's name arrived from Shakespeare, the Merchant of Venice. He turned pro in the 1970s, where he was a big artist, big star at Kitchener's Tent. He was a great writer and calypsonian. He wrote over 300 songs.
Yes.
Estate to date. According to Patsy, and when I say Patsy, I'm talking about Stalin wife. A calypsonian wife life is never easy.
No.
Since you married Merchant, right? You married him. You divorced him. And then you came back to be with him, to be with this warrior to the end. Give us a little insight on how this journey all started.
Well, this journey started with us as I was a very young girl, still at home, still going to school. Merchant used to be by the Princess Building where Kitchener used to have his tent. And I used to play netball. I used to play at the time for Malvern, and Merchant met me there. And he started to come and put himself in place to talk to me. Because you see everybody but his spirit come towards me, and we started out after a time from there. You know, every time I netball, he come in, you know, the days, you know, the time I walking up the road. And he used to make himself available to find me.
Young Love.
Young Love.
In 1975, Merchant performed at Kitchener's Tent, Umbaya. So before we go too far, let's let the audience get a taste of the Merchant.
Say, Umbaya, ya, oh. Umbaya, ya, oh. Umbaya, ya, oh. Better than that, eh? I dream I was in Africa, and I was a warrior, hunting lion and tiger, brave like my forefather. And when the darkness gathers, we sit around the fire, telling of the bravery and courage of our great ancestors, and they chanting say, Umbaya, ya, oh, 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 Umbaya, oh, 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 Umbaya. Beauty and freedom surrounding, food and wealth in a quantity. If I could go back to Africa, then I would voices echo in the wind, and they chanting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
That song placed Merchant on the fast track. He was wanted up the islands. He started to perform in New York to sold out crowds. Now you say you guys got together when you was young. How did his travels affect the relationship?
Well, you know, as a young girl, they didn't have time to study. Because we didn't start to live together, I was still at home at that time. So when his career take off and he go away, you know, he will bring one little clothes to me. He will buy clothes and bring for me, and I happy to get the clothes because he buy nice things to me.
Right.
Right, because at the time I was very slim. Mm-hmm. So when I go into work, everybody used to want to see what I come into work in. That inside the work, and as time go by, every year he travel, and he will go England anywhere, he bring things to me, and I used to pose in it.
Okay.
Because he used to take care of me then. You know, there's charm you before they hurt you, and there's charm you, that's how he was.
If I look back in my memory, I remember Merchant with his long jerry curl, and he always had a bag sling across his shoulder. I read somewhere where he went to see a movie. The movie was Norman, Is That You? Starring on that show was Red Fox. He started humming and singing this Norman, Is That You? Take us there.
He went and he looked at the movie. And when he done in the movie and he coming out, after the contents in the movie, he came up with Norman, Is That You? Because it was a picture in that sense how the actor at the time was reacting. So he take it a little further because it could have been Red Fox. And he said, because of how, remember how he just carry on, Norman, Is That You? He put that to pen and paper. Because he was a terrific writer, eh?
Excellent writer.
Yeah.
Now, he performed that song once and he never did it again. Was there any specific reason for that?
The reason he didn't perform that, he didn't perform it once, you know, because he made the Savannah with that particular song. Norman, Is That You? He sang it all in Skinner Park. But he sang it one season, which was that year. And then after that, he never sang it again because of the raise in men, and he didn't want to cause nobody no heartache. So he stopped the song.
Okay, didn't want to run.
Because people will watch him, because people don't remember your name, but they remember your song. And when he going down in the road, Norman, Is That You? Norman, Is That You? And they're giving you arm thing, and you have to reply to it. And Merchant wanted to cut that stigma. And so he cut that song completely out of his vocabulary. And he never performed it because of, okay, instead they say, call you by your name. You call him, Norman, Is That You? Because we as Trinidadian, with no twangs, was using twangs to call you and to call your attention. Right. And at the time you might not remember his name is Merchant, they're calling him, Norman, Is That You? So he just dropped that.
Right.
And that's the reason why, to change the concepts around him, he did that.
You are watching Caribbean Inside TV, the engine room of culture, and we are chatting with Ruth Lynn, the curator of the Merchant's Estate. And we'll be right back with much more.
Norman was my good partner. To me he was like a brother. A jack of all trades, a very good sportsman. A real heavy dude, all the girls like Norman. Then he left and went away to a next country. And when he came back it was a different story. He walking and shaking his hips, wearing earrings and rouge on lips. What he did to himself I don't know, but he really changed up too. Wearing a tight band and a handbag in his hand. I say no, this ain't true. And you wearing makeup too. I say, Norman, Is That You? Tell me, Norman, Is That You? I want to know, Norman, Both went to school together. From small we was always partners. Breaking beach and pitching marbles in the yard. No Lord, what is this? Like my partner gone mad. When he passing, all the boys just looked at him. And if you see how Norman does be blushing, whatever he do it so plain, he believe that he's not a man again. I hear he even gone so far to change his name to Norman. Wearing a tight pants and a handbag in his hand. I say no, this ain't true. And he wearing makeup too. I ask him, Norman, is that you? Tell me, Norman, is that you? I want to know, Norman, is that you?
Merchant had written over 300 songs in his short career. Who were some of the artists that he used to write for, Gil?
If I give you a secret about Merchant,
Give it to me.
Merchant wrote song for Down to Sparrow. The country, you know that? Because it had a tout used to go wrong. I don't want to call him by his name now. And buy your songs and take it to Sparrow, because he used to do Merchant and what the man named Devines. That, and Sparrow sing the song. So when Merchant passed away, and the radio TV called him up to speak about that, because Merchant, Sparrow has sung on his repertoire that belongs to me, and they asked him, and he said, I don't know anything about the boy. I had to correct him at that time to make him know, go public, and if you read my article, that Sparrow and all sing song. Marshall Montano is a family affair. Sugar Aloes, Baron, Dr. Crazy, a whole lot of entertainers Merchant wrote for. Merchant name is almost on everybody list. It had one time he had about 27 hits on the radio. He created the life and the musical world for Karina's father, what he call him? Errol Ashe. Love came knocking on the door.
Say that again.
Love came knocking on my door. Merchant. Merchant wrote songs. If you listen to the song, some is, including Blue Boy, used to be in my home. And Blue Boy, before he could release a song here, Merchant had to sit down and go through it. And Merchant had to tell him, well, this today and do all that. And thing and Merchant, like how I see the young people now in the music, they tell it, change this line or do this. They want percentage. Merchant wasn't so. It had people, for instance. Merchant had a song, a man I remember, come home a day from work. Merchant write a song, he played for me. And I hear Scrunta singing that. And the next thing you know, I hear Scrunta telling me that song is his own. And down to Resistance, all we want to know, what kind of madness is the oil in the coil? All that is...
Oil in the coil, that's a famous one.
Yeah. Oil in the coil is Merchant on. Merchant alone write his song, and many others that Scrunta have. And don't feel it's he alone, you know. Our boy Prince Unique and all of them. Everybody, Merchant is the type of person. Let me tell you how Merchant was, and I want people to know. You come by him and ask him for a song, he was lazy. So he gave you the song and he expect you to go and register the song. But the dishonesty of man, let me go back there, you go on there and you thief the song. And you put your name with it. And Merchant didn't study any business, eh? So, and Merchant was a forgiving person. He did love children and he forgive you. But he's damaging his career because he's not taking charge of his career. And people advantage him. And there are some of them who singing out there and balling that they think, I remember Merchant write a whole LP for a man in the North Stand. And the man say he never do work for him. When they listen to the Calypsonians and what they used to do him, it's a pity that people doesn't realize they need to respect what is a person own. The gift didn't come from me, the gift come from God. And Merchant was gifted, highly gifted as a writer. And a lot of them down to the Fosto. Boy, if I go to tell you how I hurt about that man after Merchant passed in. And I want to explain it. I know he's not here no more to defend himself. But Merchant at some time after his separation, he was on the wrong path because of the drugs and the sickness. And he ended up by the Fosto. I must take it too fast, but he ended up by the Fosto. And when he ended up by the Fosto, the songs he make, he gave him 2 songs and he shared with him because he's saying, look, I shared, but Merchant wrote it alone.
Wait, hold on there, Ruth. Before we go too far, let us keep this man music on the air. One of my favorites was Pan in Danger. So let's go to the archives.
Steel band, oh what an invention. It should be the pride of our nation. Steel band music, the world know about it, and it's we invented, so why should we disregard it? But what a sin, Lord, it have me grieving. Why is the steel band still suffering? Uncle Spring, it ain't easy, I could tell you. Well, ask Bugsy, ask Bertie, them could tell you. Dustbin, an oil drum. Look how far the steel band came from. Brother, to make a steel band song like an organ is a great achievement, so I throw it on the pavement. Panyard horrors from landowners, why should there be any barriers? Uncle Spring, it ain't easy, I could tell you. Well, ask Rodney, ask Bertie, them could tell you. Than just a slogan. Give it your utmost attention. Or as Black Stalin said, we might wake up one day and hear that steel band come from in the United Kingdom. Sweden done start already, setting up a factory to manufacture we own culture. Uncle Spring, it ain't easy, I could tell you. Well, ask Bugsy, ask Bertie, them could tell you.
A humble man.
A man who shared what he had with fellow Calypsonians.
And give.
And listening to you, the treatment that he got was not the best.
No.
Was not the best. You know, one of the most popular heists in Calypso history took place in Trinidad in 1943. When Mr. Amsterdam, he came to Trinidad, he was from the USA, and he fell in love with our loosely lyrical Calypso content during the war. He went back to the USA. He took the Andrews Sisters and he recorded Rum and Coca-Cola, which sold 7 million copies. In 1948, Velasco and Lord Invader had to go to the US and fight that copyright infringement because it was music that they just come and they just take. And they were awarded 150,000 US. I wonder if you had to take it there.
Well, you had to take it there because Merchant experienced the same thing. Are you aware that Merchant had a song called Rocket?
Well, I was now going to talk about that as the second heist.
Go
Because
ahead.
Rocket was Merchant owned. But yet it was taken by a famous US group again,
African Bambata.
Africa Bambata, who turned it into an infamous hip-hop song.
Yes.
Did Merchant get anything from this?
I'm still waiting to find the African Bambata. I'm still waiting to get what belonging to me because when Merchant was alive, I understand that is how we get on to Eddie Grant. Merchant tell Eddie Grant, and Eddie Grant come into the picture now, and he get a kind of small contract to do to find all that money and whatever it is and to bring it to me. To bring it to Merchant, but it didn't happen that he didn't live in long enough to get that. Because Merchant came back home after we separation, and when I find out about when he bring me in, he said, I'll have to go to this, he bring plain clothes, come and find me and work, and bring me back to be a part of Merchant life and say, you can't leave him, so you know he's the only person, no matter where you go, there's always have to come to look for you. So come and stand up with him. So I come and I'm standing up with him and I'm going with him. And when I taking care of Merchant then, when I looking after Merchant, his song, we found out about this song because one day I was on work and I get this phone call from this gentleman from Europe.
Okay.
And he was associated with Amar Motors. And Mr. Kabasa came and had an interview with me and he told me, why you're not looking to get your money? Because your song went triple platinum. Find the African Bambata, Eddie going for your money. That is what he said to me. I'm saying to you, he said, Eddie going for your money. He said, Eddie have the power of attorney to help you to find your money.
And when we say Eddie, we're talking about Eddie
Ice
Grant.
Record, Edmund
Ice
Grant.
Record.
Right.
Okay.
Because just recently I told Mr. Grant that I want to get my money from the African Bambata still, and he told me
Of limitation.
Right. Has passed. So I can't get that. And I said, well, how it could pass when I didn't receive nothing from it? And let me tell you, the heights of these people is too much a height for the ordinary man. Because I don't have a copyright lawyer. And I took the contract to Dr. Justin Koo. And one of the things I was informed, it was so tightly written that I was supposed to go back to England and get this thing rectified.
You are watching Caribbean Inside TV, the engine room of culture, and we are chatting with Ruth Lynn, the curator of the Merchant's Estate. And we'll be right back with much more.
Would you like to rock it with me, baby? Would you like to jump it with me, honey?
There she was standing in a corner, looking so sweet and without a partner. So I went over, I spoke to her, she smiled, and I said to her, would you like to rock it with me, baby? Would you like to jam it with me, honey? Sweet calypso, music jamming for so. Come and rock it with me, baby. Come and jam it with me, honey. Somebody, he said he'd be here 7:30. I said, well darling, it's 10 o'clock now, and I have a feeling that somehow you shouldn't be alone this way. If there's no objection, I say, come and rock it with me, baby. Come and jam it with me, honey. Sweet calypso, music jamming for so. Come and rock it with me, baby. Come and jam it with me, honey. They playing the identical thing for rocking, with all the jamming and all the hustle. How could you stand and not move a muscle? Well, let me brighten up your night. Come on, I could make you feel right. Come and rock it with me, baby. Come and jam it with me, honey. Sweet calypso, music jamming for so. I tell you, come and rock it with me, baby. Come and jam it with me, honey.
So, Rutland, what you telling me? You have no connection with Charlie's in New York, with Ice Labels, Eddie Grant of Barbados, or with Tommy Boyd in New York? You have no connection?
No connection with them, none at all. They never done anything or give anything to me, only Edmund Grant. When I call Eddie Grant, because I had his number since Merchant was alive, and I will ask him for $1,000 US, and the $1,000 US had to pay all the fees. And to get the money from Eddie Grant, it is, let me tell you how it does go. The bank, he said the bank in Trinidad, when he send money, give the order from the bank to send me the $1,000 US, it used to take 2 days, but now it's taking 2 months, 3 months. They say something with the currency, and the government in Trinidad and Tobago have some policy, and over there in Barbados where he live, have some policy that you cannot even get the time you get the $1,000, is no use there.
And what about cut? What role is cut playing in this?
You want to hear about cut? Oh God, Lord. You see the word cut? C-O-T-T is not a joke. It's a serious thing. I wish with all my heart that whoever running my country could send in a part of the government in that, but they say is a what? A non-profitable organization. Right. But the only person profiting from the organization is the people that running the copyright organization cut. They're cutting you up all over your turn. Wow. The salaries, I'm gonna tell you something. You working for me. I can't know your salary and know to sue you. Because when you hear the salary they're getting and you figure out the salary you're getting, you realize them and the Prime Minister on the same level. And I never see an organization with so much of directors. Long time, Diane Derrick used to run cut and he saw two people. Your money and time and everything used to done. Now everybody they taking to run cut. And then let me tell you, when they done cut up your money, after you get $1, them taking 55 cents. And you getting 45 cents. But if they feel the 45 cents is too much for you, they're cutting out of that 45 cents, because you ain't getting no documentation. I personally don't get no documentation to show me what you're paying me for. When I say, I come to collect a check and I sign it for the check, I say, where the documentation? We go send it to you. I'm still waiting.
You are watching Caribbean Inside TV, the engine room of culture, and we are chatting with Ruth Lynn, the curator of the Merchants Estate. And we'll be right back with much more.
They want to rule the world. They want to take control. Carrying on as if they own the universe. They put human rights last and war first. Yeah. But we must have no fear for the nuclear energy. For there's one more powerful and mighty, and he has dominion over all. I say, we have to answer when he calls. You know why? Because there is one superpower. It only have one superpower, and he's the master, the creator of the heaven and earth. Whoa. Star Wars is first on the program. Last on the list is starvation. They pay no concern at all, though they're hearing the call for equal rights, justice and equality.
So wait, let me get this clear. COP is the organization that was put in place to seek after the artists' benefit.
Yeah.
You understand, their copyright money. And these artists are now struggling.
But why you in struggle? The only people receiving the best from cut is the people working in cut. You don't understand that? Cut is not for the artists, and the artists cannot pull together to tell them, listen, this is my organization. You have to be answerable to me. Too much of pulling and tugging, and this one position and that one position, and they're not putting the right people in place that will look after the interests of the generation to come. The only seen generation in right here and now where they get in. But they have to remember, just as how Merchant gone, they too will depart, and they need to fix cut so that cut could work for the artists and in the future the artists. When you watch sometime a person and the kind of royalty they're getting, you have to find out why the overhead expensive is so high. After cut tell us when there was on Germanham Avenue, they went and buy a building. We had to ban withdraw. We ban withdraw. They buy the building and the payments ain't reach up yet. Why is that happening? Why is cut still cutting the people? And every minute they hire in this one and that one and sending that one and this one for course. But what they're doing for us? We are the ones who to carry the thing we care. You working for me, but you talking down to me, eh? And I have something again to say about cut, and I sure I have information as we go along. So I want the world to know I'm tired.
Well, while she's tired, guys, let's go to the archives and listen to the music of the late great Merchant.
Father said unto us, peace on earth, goodwill, not oppress and plunder, segregate and kill. White is my color, still remains a barrier. Can't we live in peace and harmony with each other? Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. Oh, it makes me sad. Oh, And it hurts and it hurts and it hurts so bad. And it hurts and it hurts and it makes me sad. Oh, yes it hurts, yes it hurts and it hurts so bad. Yes it makes and it makes me sad.
We are back here on Caribbean Insight, and as I say, we are chatting with Rutland, the curator of Merchant's Musical Empire. She's given us an insight of some of the ups and downs she's going through as a Calypsonian wife to fight for what's rightfully hers. She's exposing, opening up the covers on certain things. But as you continue during your time here now, relationship change. You come now, grow up, you have a son for Merchant.
Yes.
Okay. How did this change the relationship?
Well, Merchant used to, in our home, in our life, what caused it, when he see Carnival not on, he very good. When Carnival start, he turn womanizer. And after a time, as a woman, as an artist, if any woman stay with an entertainer in the pre-career time, tell herself he's lucky. Because somehow, you just get tired of a man coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. And I decided I was not going back again because I get tired. But when he got sick and they came to me, I made him a promise I will always be there for him. And I take my promise seriously. And I was there for him.
Well, according to Patsy, as she said, a Calypsonian's wife life is never easy.
It's never easy.
Never easy.
It was never easy.
And as you say, he will be there for you all during the year when Carnival time come.
Before you reach home, he gone. You leave him home today, and you're coming from work. I was working Ministry of Health. And you come in, you leave to go to work, and when you come back in the evening, Merchant gone a long time because you don't want you to catch him.
Wine, Woman and Song is Carnival time.
Wine, Woman and Song.
Let's continue enjoying the music of the late, great Merchant.
When you're down and out, nobody needs you. Your friends all disappear, there's no one to turn to. When your pocket dry, you are left alone to cry. When the good times are over, and you look over your shoulder, hey, you don't see no partner. You can't see no partner. So I want you to tell me, who is your friends? Tell me who is your friends? Are they the ones who come to see what they could get from you? Or are they the ones who's always there for you when you need someone to? So who's your friend? Who is your friend? Who is your friend? Oh, 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 oh. Past experiences is why I wrote this song. And many of you out there know that I am wrong. Cause when you have money, you see them in a quantity. But when everything finish, see how quickly they just vanish. It's none of their business. It's none of their business. So I got to ask myself now, who is my friend? Tell me, who is my friend? Are they the ones who come to see what they could get from me? Or are they the ones who's always there for me when I need somebody? Who is my friend? Who is my friend? Tell me who. Sometimes they act so true, it's pretty hard to tell. All the smiles and hugs, they play their part so well. Pretty working all the time till you spend every last dime, and as you can't pay them nothing, is you they go on bad talking like you do them something. I never do them nothing. So I want you to tell me, who is your friend? Tell me, who is your friend? Are they the ones who come to see what they could grab from you? Or are they the ones who is always there for you when you need someone to? Who is your friend? Who is your friend? Who is your friend? Oh, tell me now. Tell me, who is your friend? Who is your friend? Who is your friend? Who is your friend?
We are back on Caribbean Inside, where history flows and knowledge grows. Ruth, you had some hesitation when it came to your son following in the footsteps of his dad. Let's talk about that.
Well, I didn't want him to sing at all. And I remember he was around 7, 8. And Merchant came here because I didn't make him leave, right? So he came here to look for us. And Nesta asked him, he said, teach me how to sing now. And he said, if you have to sing, you have to write your own song. And he showed him the book and how to go about doing a song. But I didn't think at the time that Nesta would have taken up this singing serious. So when Nesta asked me he wanted to sing, and he asked him to sing, and he said he wanted to sing, write a song for him, I said the only way you're singing, you have to come good in school, because I was a strict discipliner. Because what I didn't get is my belief my child must get.
Right.
And I was working hard, and he wanted their first choice. I want first choice in school. I want your grades up, and if I cannot get that, you cannot get what you want. And I stood on that. And when he did give me Fatima College, I make sure I did everything in my power to go to his Coredi way. I get Chris Herbert, and I get many other people to help him with voice training. I even get Ola Tunji father, Ola. His father used to come home here, and we used to teach him how to use the stage and all. And I had to pay for all these things. I had a lot of work to do. But when Vanessa's very first song, let me go back. Merchant tell me don't make nobody write no song, so I find the Veens down in the Martin down there where he live in. I say, the Veens, Merchant don't want Nessa to ring no song, but I know you and he's good friend. So write a song for my son. And he write The Return of a Genius. That's a song he sing with a brown hat, and he the Freddie mic, you know, backing away from the mic. And I know how to go and work on that because I had to work on the vocal, I had to work on everything to get him to thing. And he's singing, but he running from the mic and he's singing. Next day I say, well, okay, go end. Nesta, you ain't going and say, Mommy, I want to sing again, you know. And you have to find a way and means. And I will tell you with Nesta, and I push and I run through everything with him. And my son was the youngest entertainer that make when they bring Groovy Soca Monarch. Nessa was 15 years of age. And I'm going to tell the world now what I did. I didn't go for nobody to compose. Nessa couldn't write that lighter song. I had a song which I never sang before, and I had it, and I take Cool Me Down, and I took it and I put Nesta as the writer of that song. And I recorded by Ibo in San Fernando. And Nesta made the finals when Michelle Sylvester sing, Someone is Sleeping in My Bed.
Okay. Guys, I just want to inform you, when you talk about Nesta, we're talking about
Second Star, which I call Star.
Star, which she called Star.
And why I call him Star? Because I don't understand why you must put yourself second and not first. Whether your father was in it, yes or no. A name have plenty. It have plenty. It could give you a destination, and it could push you back. And if you say second, you're always putting not only your father but other people in front of you. So for you, to me, you are not. He's not Second Star. He is Star. It's just a matter of time for you to dream and dream high and realize the power of a word. You're not second to nobody, but you're first to yourself.
And he made you proud? He gave you a gift in 2015. Tell us about it.
Well, my son run breakthrough artist in 2015. When he rang the breakthrough artist, he offered me his vehicle because I had a vehicle and I wanted to. I said I'm going to change it, and I say he gave me the vehicle. And to tell you the truth, I didn't take the vehicle. He wanted me to have the vehicle. Say you drive it, and I will drive it in between. And I went and get myself a fielder. And I started, and he gave me some money to help me. But I never took the vehicle away from him. I left it with him because it was his first big achievement. And I think as a mother, it would have been wrong for me to keep his vehicle.
That was awesome because I think every child should make their parents proud. TV family, let's enjoy some of Second's work. He looks and sounds so much like his dad.
Hey, let's have a party. A Caribbean party. The entire region together in one big splashdown fiesta. A Caribbean. All you had to sing it up. All you had to sing it up. I told all you had to sing it up. Hey, I say we jamming to the songs of the Caribbean. We grooving to calypso and Stigma. This jam go be Irene. Is one love, so feel free. For we are the people of the Caribbean, showing that we don't want no basin and a Caribbean connection. Everybody sing this with me. Hey, I say we jamming to the sound of the Caribbean. We grooving to calypso. Educate them about soca, you know. We're gonna educate them. We're gonna educate them. Yeah. Show them where it begin.
Rutland, when you heard that Merchant was sick, how did you deal with it? Did you get support from his friends? What happened? Talk about that era first.
That era was stiff. It was hard. Merchant support himself in the sense that at that time, called Eddie Grant, he will send something for him through me to take care of him, and I took care of him to the best of my ability. I look after him. At one time, he was almost homeless. When I tell you, he was by the Fosto, staying in the Fosto gallery in St. Joseph. Because we separate, because you're running home and you get sick. So I ain't living nowhere on. You end up in the market in Arima, staying like you must own me, because you can't come back home here. You don't make a mess of your life. I went and I wanted to find some way when I found him again for you to live. And I have to say, God bless Patrick Manning. Because I went wrong and I didn't know what to do. I get Merchant and I take Merchant off the streets. And I, through a friend, and I find out Dr. Adu, who used to work in San Fernando Hospital. And I asked Dr. Adu if he could help me to house him for a short while in the ward in San Fernando where the people with the virus was staying.
And when we talk about the virus, let the audience, we're talking about the AIDS virus.
Yeah, HIV.
And at this time, he was still dealing with his addiction, his drug addiction.
Yes. Whilst he was on the ward, I wanted to find some way for him to live. So I started to write, and I wrote the Prime Minister. I got a call the night, and I called Errol Ballantyne. I said, Bally, I'm going to see the Prime Minister to get a house of Merchant. And I was happy. I called him in the morning when I get ready to go. And he said, who going there? I said, I alone. He said, coming with you. And I went down to Bally's house to meet Mr. Patrick Manning. And Mr. Patrick Manning put me in his office. I sit down. I tell him who I am. I tell him what I wanted. I told him what this position Merchant was in. And Mr. Patrick Manning, God bless his soul, went on his phone. Vincent Lass was the Minister of Housing. And he called Mr. Vincent Lass. And he told Mr. Vincent Lass, find some way for Merchant to live for me immediately. 2 days I get a house for merchant. And I say thanks to the Prime Minister. Then I went to the copyright organization, which merchant was a part, because I taken advice from him now. And I asked them for money to furnish the apartment for merchant. So I had to go buy bed, buy chair, buy stove, buy this, buy that, the other.
But at this time, he's real sick too.
That time, he was sick, but he wasn't down because I don't know what Dr. Adu used to give him in the medicine. But he used to come right back up. Sometimes he go low, and he gone right back up. And I think if he wasn't on drugs, he probably might have been alive today because Dr. Adu was real good. And at that time, he wanted to go. He wanted to go.
He just wanted to go and rest?
Yes, he told me, I need to go.
Oh,
he said, let me go. Yeah, I need to go.
All right. TV family, you are watching Caribbean Inside. We're having an in-depth conversation with Ruthlyn about merchant. And we'll be right back with
There must be a way, and we got to find it today, and let there be harmony, love, peace and unity. There must be a way, I say. There must be a way. Oh, there must be a way. Do, do, da, da. Ba, 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 da. Ba, da, da. Each time I hear the world news, oh, it scares me to think of all the lives that perish daily. Oh Lord, then what is the worth of our lives here on earth? It's so much more to life than waging war. Oh, there must be a way, and we got to find it today, oh Lord, and live life in unity. Peace, love and harmony. There must be a way, I say, oh Lord, there must be a way. Oh, there must be a way. Oh, there must be a way. Oh, there must be a way. Thank you very much.
Ruthlyn, please accept my condolences.
I have to accept
And
them.
my admiration for being a strong woman to stand up today, to look back, to talk about it. Even second, for being a son.
You saying second, I'm telling you, his name is Star. He just didn't get
Star, that's what it
no,
was.
drop the second. The second and call him Star. He need to understand, name have power.
Okay. And second, you hear that? Your name is Star. Mommy say your name have power, so I'm taking off the second. Okay, Star? Let's continue listening to the music of Star.
Now the election back and I'll die again. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let we sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So let us all go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey.
Good news! After all is said and done, let's talk about the merchant big birthday bash.
Well,
His big celebration that you have coming up for his birthday.
What I realized that my husband's songs are being played when the president of the country has been swearing in, when it has serious occasion, and it has great message, because when I want to go a little further, when I look at Malcolm X, when I look at Bob Marley, when I start to look at the people that come from the M. Moses, when I start to look at the people that come and I look at the message merchant saying about the world today, and the empathy that merchant music have on it, and the kind of messages that merchant had in his song that are now seeing it happening in the world, I decided it's time to let the country know what it is to be a lyrical master. So I want to portray his music. He make a lot of kings, and he make a lot of people get fame from the writing that he did. And I say, let me bring the hidden gems.
We want to sit down and listen to the artist perform Merchant's work. He did his best. This is time for us to give it back. You are watching Caribbean Inside TV, the engine room of culture, and we are chatting with Ruth Lynn, the curator of the Merchant's Estate. And we'll be right back with much more.
Things are rosy, life ain't easy, but I'm struggling to survive. Believe me, things get so bad, life gets so hard. Sometimes as though I go in staring mad, Lord, but I'm holding on. Every day go by, I'm holding on. Lord knows how I try. Pampo, down to do, lie, do, I do, lie. You take it easy. You take it easy. Every corner is a hinder. Everywhere I turn, oh Lord, is a blunder. Things get so weird, life gets so dread. Not even a bed to rest my weary head, but Lord, I hold on. Every day, every day, every day, I'm holding on. Lord knows how I try. Bam do, dum do do do, lie do 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 do, I do 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 do. You take it easy, you take it easy. I'm holding on. Every day, every day, every day, I'm holding on. Lord knows how I try. Dum do, dum do do die. Bye da da do 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 do. I do do do. Well, you take it easy. No, you take it easy. But I'm holding on. Holding on every day, every day, every day. Holding on every day, holding on every day, holding on.
Now, tell us, when and where you're planning to have the thing?
The venue is Sapa San Fernando. Artists like Karina Shea, Keelan Francis, Showin Winchester. You know, Merchant had a hit when he died. Let me tell you what, you're gonna hold on tight. Ronnie McIntosh.
Hold on tight, don't let go.
Don't let go, don't let go.
Don't
And
let
that
go.
is the song that take Merchant to the cemetery.
Ronnie Mac sang that.
Ronnie McIntosh sing that song that was Merchant hit. At that year when Merchant died, I just always tell people he was a lyrical master and somehow we foresee his death. Because he was telling them in this world it's rough, he go in, he tell Trinidad and Tobago goodbye. Listen to Hold On Tight and you will understand what he was saying. That's why I tell people when they're listening to calypso, the calypso carry a message.
Of course, that's what calypso is. They are grounds.
They are
They
grounds.
bring the messages to us.
And even themselves, we just had to pay attention to the song.
That's correct. Ruthlin is going to give you a number that you can call for more information.
My number is 7760195.
So Ruthlin, I wish you big success on Merchant's birthday celebration. Big success.
Well, I really would love to do it because I would love most of all to able to give back something to the orphanage because he came from Belmont Boys Orphanage.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yes, Merchant, both mother and father died and Merchant grew up in the orphanage and I think the last time I give is when he died, when I had the funeral service and part of it I want to give to there. So I am asking people to come out and support that wonderful calypsonian.
Okay. So guys, the show have a purpose. We're celebrating the man and we are giving back to the orphanage. You know, we need to give back and support. TV family, I'm looking forward to see you there. And I'll see you next week, same time, same place. God bless you all.
Made the same mistakes over and over. I have myself to blame, cause I could do better. Give me a break. I want to try again. Give me a break. I want to live again. One more chance is all I ask for. One more chance is all I pray for. I turned to drugs and lost my friends and family. I was too blind to see the harm it did to me. I lost the love, respect and trust of those around me. Now I must pray and ask the Father to forgive me. Lord, give me a break. I want to try again, give me a break. I want to live again. One more chance is all I ask for. One more chance, Lord, is what I pray for. Give me a break. Man, I was going down the drain a mile a minute. Thank God I found the courage and the strength to fight it. Now I am praying and asking the Lord to guide me. So from this day on I say no to drugs, believe me, Lord.
Hey, I am Larry Joseph, Caribbean King of Comedy, and I watch Caribbean Inside TV. You should do it too, because it's so fantastic.
Yo, I'm Coach Richards. Panis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep the culture alive. Boom!
Thank you for having me on.
It's a pleasure to have you here, man, anytime.
this May 19 at Sapa in San Fernando. Immerse yourself in the hidden gems of Merchant on his birthday. The hidden gems of Merchant on his birthday. Join us for a night with Second Star, Kerry Nashe, Tazea O'Connor, Chuck Gordon, Snakey, Helen Francis, Stacey Sobers, Ronnie McIntosh, Ray Holman, Les Paul, Sherwayne Winchester, Vonette Bigfoot, Singing Sonia, Kevin Calise, and Aaron Duncan. Experience the extraordinary Adesoga from Africa and the Lydian singers adding a harmonious touch to the celebration. Mark your calendar for May 19th at 5 p.m. Tickets are $200, available at selected outlets. Don't miss this musical journey, the hidden gems of Merchant on his birthday at Sapa, a night to remember. Secure your ticket today.